And this series is not going to be a war series at all. Um, our goal is to really just boost the economy and become as close to an economic powerhouse as we can in South America, which will probably rival Brazil. Because I believe Brazil has that title. So we want to come as close to that as we can. And also, we need to improve our military and modernize a lot of equipment that we have that is pretty obsolete. So let's look at our debt. Public debt is at 218 billion, and inflation is 9.7%. That is way too high. Let's look at the crime rate. 22%. Jeez. Okay, so our work is cut out for us for that. Um, let's go to, actually, let's go back to police and let's go to justice. Alright, so our prisons are overpopulated, so that's a problem. Um, so if we can get maybe 100 more prisons, that should help. That should help with the overpopulation. And let's look at our unemployment rate. It's 11.28. And we're not really employing seniors at all either. So housing, we have 439,000 that's unsafe. But that's going to be the cheapest to repair. Alright, we're not giving out monthly rent salaries. Alright. Index length increases. Okay. And reduce rate loans. Alright. Alright, so let's go to media. Alright, so they're not as far behind as I thought they would be. So we need to concentrate on maximizing 4G first. And super high speed internet. And once we accomplish all of those, we can start more on the 5G mobile internet. Alright, very little is being done with transportation. So food maintenance, how much is that going to cost? 260 million. Okay. Alright, so let's get started here. Alright, so first let's go to work. Okay, let's take a look real quick. Alright, 28 months is way too long. So we're going to try to put more people back to work. So we are going to... Let's cut this down. Alright, let's confirm that. So we're putting more people back to work. And let's go here. Completely put that on the companies. And the other thing we want to do is we want to bump that interest rate up by 1%.
I must confess to you that the current level of our budget deficit is not at all reassuring. It weakens our economy while continuously creating more debts, the interest on which we will have to pay.
I feel it necessary to instruct you on the strategy of targeted conquest, which is a simple and effective military option that we can use in the event of expansionist warfare. So, at our headquarters, you can designate one or multiple regions in enemy territory.
Alright, so the other thing is we have no highways at all. So we really have our work cut out for us. And with energy, so there's a lot of oil in Colombia. And we have literally one oil well for the entire country. So that's not going to that's not going to be acceptable for us. So let's look at our debt. Alright, so we should start seeing some changes within a couple weeks. So we're already at 61% approval.
You're really peachy keen.
Alright, so we're gonna have to deal with tourism too. So right now, I mean, I could change the tax rate and play around with that. I generally try not to the first quarter.
I believe I must remind you here and now of the various elements that can impact the effectiveness.
Alright, so here's the game plan. So, like I said, there's a lot of oil in Colombia. So let's just take a look at how many oil platforms we can literally create. So look at that. Alright, so that's average. That's average. That's weak. Very weak. So we can put a lot of oil wells there. And we also need to really need to strengthen our Navy to be able to protect the oil platforms. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to use some of the oil money that we'll wind up getting in the long run and using that money to help modernize our military.
I must inform you that you can, at your leisure, consult a...
Although your economy is among the healthiest, your solvency may not be safe from depreciation.
It would behoove me to provide you with a short summary of the various tactics of our infantry.
Alright, so let's check our finance. So growth dropped a little bit. And that's going to be fine for now. I expect that to happen. Alright, police. Let's see. Alright, so we're going to increase local district police. Alright, now let's go to agriculture. We're not producing enough apples. So we're going to subsidize by $1 million. Alright, same for cereal. About coffee. Coffee we produce plenty of. Fishing. Of fish. No, we don't produce enough of that at all either. So let's invest 1 million. Milk, we don't produce enough. But I'm not gonna do anything with that for now. Let's take a quick look at beef. Okay, so milk we can actually do. And let's try to give vegetables. I'm gonna give 2 million for vegetables.
Undeniably, you have inside you the founding values of society.
The bill has been voted on, and the law has been passed.
Okay, so that should make some more funds available for us. So that quick, we reduced our public debt by $7 billion.
It must be conceded that there is a stalemate between the two armies. The conflict is likely to go on for some time.
Alright, and we're not getting involved in that. Alright, lack of spaces for secondary school systems. Alright, how about we do 10 schools? It's gonna cost us 38 million. Let's go to Secret Service. Okay, let's place these guys under surveillance. Alright, let's see where we have our people at. Not concerned, not concerned, not concerned. All these countries are so far away. They produce no threat to us at all. Alright, so... Alright, since Venezuela is right next to us, let's just place them. Alright, we're gonna place all of them in Venezuela.
Although your economy is among the healthiest, your solvency may not be safe from depreciation.
Good morning. I didn't come empty-handed. In fact, I wanted you to...
Alright, so what do they want from us? Alright, they want to purchase nickel. Alright, their average price. Alright, so we can deal with this. And it's just going to bring in 2.4 million for us.
I'd be happy.
Our team is in place. The information gathered on this suspect terrorist will be archived directly into his dossier, which you can consult at any time. We have obtained some information on this terror suspect.
Alright, it's going to be a while before we even get to that level of technology. Alright, so let's take another look at our debt. So we're 24 billion in the hole for the budget. Alright, so let's go ahead and do an oil plat. Nah, not this early. Alright, so let's go to industry. So what's our automotive sector like? And that's not doing too well. Alright, so we're going to give 2 million for the auto industry. Alright, so we actually have enough homes. Alright, we don't have enough copper. Alright, so we're going to do a subsidy of $1 million for copper. Oh, we actually have plenty of gold, so we're not going to do that. Iron, we do. Nickel, we have plenty of. Rare earth oxides. Alright, so we don't have earth oxides at all. So steel, we're gonna do 1 million. And silver, same thing. Might as well try to bump up our tire industry and water networks. So we're going to place 4 million in water supply networks. And let's look at our immigration. Doubt that's going to be a problem. Alright, so we have roughly about 10,000 illegal immigrants.
Well done. You have just signed your first contract. A note from my department will allow a rapid expert appraisal on this contract. It is attached to the contract.
Alright, so let's check our debt again. And let's see what our rating is. So we already had one change. So we went from double B to A for credit rating. Everything else is the same. Alright, let's see what our salary is. Alright, so we can reduce our salary. And we're also going to authorize referendums. Let's see if that goes through, and it does. Alright, so let's go to service. Let's go to internet services. That's fine. Numerical infrastructure. That's fine also. Telecom operators.
I would like to talk to you about ground-to-ground artillery and self-propelled guns. These are machines that are certainly less devastating and less precise than missile launchers, but they are easier to produce or acquire. They fire mortar rounds, also much easier to make and less expensive than missiles, but their rate of fire is higher. When used in large numbers, they are very effective at bombarding enemy positions.
Alright. So let's look at finance. Alright, so growth dipped a little bit. Well, hopefully the same thing happened with inflation. No, inflation didn't go down fast enough. It's going down a lot slower than I thought it would be. Alright, so let's do some investments in energy. So we're going to do one oil platform. And we're going to do one oil well. Alright, so we got that ball rolling. Alright, so we'll meet with Panama. And let's try to build relations with Brazil. Alright, Maltese. Why not? Alright, and let's see, 2 stars for road maintenance. Alright, so we're gonna do 1 star in road maintenance.
You know me as a singer, but maybe what you don't know is that I am very involved in children's causes and I speak along with the United Nations Children's Fund on their behalf around the world. In your position, you can take action to improve their conditions and their safety, especially by increasing the age of sexual consent or the age of criminal responsibility. But today, I've come to see you about child labor, which is unacceptable in our day and age. To be more precise, the reported numbers of children ages 7 to 14 who participate in economic activity at least 1 hour per week. Your country is clearly not the worst nation in the world, but you must make more of an effort to eradicate this curse once and for all.
Alright, let's see what we can do. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's go to justice. Alright, so prison term for aggravated robbery, that should be, for now, that should be 12 months. Wow, they're not going to go through with it. You know what? We'll just let that bill go through. We're not going to
Although
cancel
your
it.
economy is among the healthiest, your solvency may not be safe from depreciation. So we would like to reiterate our confidence in you while recommending vigilance.
Your commitment.
Alright, so our relations with Brazil is a lot better. Alright, let's deal with this animal welfare. And list of prohibitions. Alright, so let's see
Good
what Panama
morning.
wants.
I didn't come empty-handed. In fact, I wanted you to see in order to submit to you this economic contract which, as you will see, is profitable for both our countries.
Okay, iron. We don't produce enough ourselves. Nah, we're gonna refuse.
I'd be happy.
We're not giving weapons to anyone either. Alright, so let's see how we're making out. Alright, so I think I'm gonna end this episode. Still plenty more to do. Alright, so inflation is dropping, just not as fast as I would like it, but it is dropping.
This person is at risk of a scandal.
The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
Alright, so the economy is
The bill
starting to
has
get a little
been
bit.
voted on, but unfortunately, the law has not been passed.
Our infiltrated agent is on.
Alright, so that's gonna be it. You guys can let me know what you think. And I will see you soon.